I must say that sometimes I disappoint myself. Let me explain. I disappoint myself because I don't do what I should be doing. Maybe you've experienced the same. Let me just grab a seat here and we'll talk through this. For example, creating this video, I was telling myself a few minutes ago that I'm feeling tired. I started coming up with excuses and saying, well, I'll do it later. Have you ever said that to yourself? Like, I'll do something later, maybe tomorrow or someday. Well, that's not a very good attitude because that just gets you off the hook. If you do it once, I guarantee you do it again. So the best thing is to ignore that voice that tells you not to and to actually do it. But before that, you really need to look at a few other steps. And that's what I came to realize. Like, why is it that I'm not feeling like creating a video, for example? And that's because I've forgotten the first few steps, which is number one, what do I want? What's my outcome? What am I trying to achieve? What's my goal? What's my target? You see, if you don't know what the target is or where the target is, how are you supposed to hit it? It's impossible. It's impossible to hit a target that you don't see. That's why it's very important that whatever it is that you want to change in your life, whether it's your health or your career, you must know the target and know it clearly, specifically. You must know what you're aiming for, because if you don't, you'll never hit it. So, number one, you must know what you want. And a lot of people, unfortunately, don't know what they want. And that's why they react to life. They go around aimlessly because they've got no goal. So it's very important to know what you want. What is it that you want? Maybe you want success. Maybe you want to feel good. Maybe you want to be helpful. Maybe you want to improve something about yourself. So whatever it is, you need to be specific. What is it that you want? So that's number one. And I kind of forgot that. And that's what happens sometimes when I disappoint myself. I don't do what I should be doing. It's because I forgot what I want. And that's why it's important to write down clearly what is it that you want. So I highly recommend whatever it is that's causing you pain or whatever you're struggling with in your life, write down what it is that you want. Write down what the solution is or what the solution looks like. So I highly recommend you do that. And step number two, which is very important, you must know why you want it. There's no point wanting something if it's not going to give you some form of a benefit. Either it's going to give you pleasure or it's going to help you avoid pain. So know why you want it. And while I'm talking about pain and pleasure, whatever it is that you want, the pleasurable things that it gives you, that's the positive things, the positive whys. So make a list of all the positive whys. For example, if you want to change careers, you know what you want to change careers, and obviously the first step is to get career clarity, and that's something I actually help my clients with, and I'll talk a bit more about that later in this video. So you want to change careers, you need to know what you want to change into, what type of career or role you want, but more importantly, you need to know why you want to change careers. What is it about your current career that you don't like? What is it about a future career that you will like? So write down all the things. Maybe the positives are you want a more fulfilling work, something that's meaningful. You want to make a difference. You actually want to help people, not just keep repeating the same thing every day, which can be pointless or can be done by a machine, for example. Maybe you want more flexibility. You want to work the days and hours that you want to work. You want to work where you want to work. You don't want to have to commute to the city, for example, and commute all the way back. You want to have more work-life balance. So know all the positives. Maybe you're not getting paid enough. You need more money. You want to live a more higher quality lifestyle. So maybe that's a reason. Or maybe you want to help someone. Maybe you've got a family member that needs some financial support, so you want to earn more money so you can support them. Or maybe you're in debt. You want to get out of debt, which brings you closer to being free. So that's why you may want more income. Also, maybe you don't want to work for someone that's toxic, that's a manager, or is incompetent, or maybe they're doing things that are unethical. You want to do work that's aligned with your values. So make a list of all the positives and negatives about why you want to change careers, because that's what's going to give you the fuel and motivation to actually make the change. So it's very important to get crystal clear on the whys, the positive whys and the negative whys. Like the negative why could be, if you don't change, where's that going to leave you? Where will you be in 2 years' time if you don't change? Will you be depressed? Will you turn to alcohol or drugs to numb the pain that you're in? Will you let your family down? Will you let your friends down? Or someone that you're supporting? Will you let yourself down and end up having regrets by not taking action to make a change? Because you have the ability to make a change. We've all got choices. So what else is it that is a negative? Maybe you end up not being a very good role model for your children, staying stuck in a job you hate, and you don't want that. Maybe you want to have better relationships. You don't want to come home miserable from a job that you hate and therefore lash out at other people. So they're the negative motivations. So like I said, make a list of why you want to change, positives and negatives, because having that front of mind actually helps you to take action. And that's the problem. A lot of people don't take action on whatever it is they're trying to change or improve, is because they've forgotten what they want and why they want it. And the third step is you must have the right strategy for the change, because not all strategies are the same. Some strategies work, some strategies don't work. So it's important to have a strategy that's proven, that works, because that'll get you there faster and without any frustration. It'll save you time and money. So you need to know what the strategy is that works. You need to have a plan. And once you have a plan, you need to schedule the tasks associated with that plan. And you need to obviously do those tasks, because as you know, results come from action. Life rewards action. I've said this before. If you don't take action, nothing's going to change, because action is the cure-all. You need to take action. And why don't people take action? Like I said at the beginning of this video, the reason I sometimes don't take action is because I forgot what I want and why I want it. So it's important to write that down. I've actually written that down. So now every day I look at what I've written down. In fact, what you could also do is record what you want and why you want it and play it back as you're going for a walk. So it's there, so you can't forget it. And eventually it just becomes part of your subconscious mind. And then you just automatically do things because you already know subconsciously what you want and why you want it. Now, let's talk about motivation. Like, motivation is an external thing. Something or someone might motivate you. But inspiration is something different. Inspiration is something that comes from within. That's why it starts with the word inspiration. And discipline. I'm sure you've heard the word discipline. See, if you've got discipline, you don't need any motivation, because discipline means you've established a habit, a must of what you do every day, because you need to do things every day to achieve an outcome. You don't just do it once. Consistency is very important. You don't build muscle by going to the gym once. You need to go every day just about. Maybe have 1 or 2 rest days during the week, but you need to go every day, and you need to love and enjoy the process. And you can do that many ways. You can enjoy the process by making it fun, by being playful with the process, by maybe playing music while you're doing the process, or involving other people, having company, people that are like-minded, because you go a lot further when you surround yourself with people that are like-minded and support you. It's like the story of the, what was it, the geese, I think. When they fly together, they fly further than if they fly on their own. So there is power in having a team around you. So that's important, to sort out your discipline and focus on discipline. And that's what I've been looking at lately, is looking at my discipline, establishing my habits, and not relying too much on motivation, which comes and goes. So you need discipline to do things consistently and to follow a proven strategy in order to get what it is that you want, which is step number 1, being clear on what you want. So I wanted to share this with you today because I know many people struggle with this, and I struggle with it myself, but I feel a lot more confident now, a lot more comfortable, because I'm aware of what's going on. And I know now that if I'm not doing something, it's because I've forgotten or lost touch with what it is that I want and why it's important, why it's a must, and not just something that I should do, because we never do what we should do, we do what we must do. So that's why you need to be clear on why you want something, the positives and the negatives, because that's your lever, your leverage. That's what's gonna fuel you to do something. Otherwise, if there's no why, there's no reason to do it. So you definitely need to know why you're doing what you're doing and why you want what you want. And like I said, it's important also to highlight the negative whys. In other words, what's going to happen if you don't do what you need to do to get what you want, and really blow them up, zoom in on that, because you need to feel that pain, because most people are motivated by pain more than pleasure. We'll do more to get out of pain than to get into pleasure. It's very interesting how we humans operate, and I think that's because of our brain, and our brain has been designed for survival, to avoid pain, and that's why we're motivated more by pain than by pleasure. So it's important to look at the painful side of not achieving your goal. Like, what are you going to miss out on? What's going to happen if you don't change? Where are you going to end up psychologically, emotionally, physically, financially, socially? Look at all those different aspects of what's going to happen. And once you realize how bad it's going to be, you end up taking action, because you don't want to go down that path. And last of all, you don't want to have regrets. As they say, regret weighs tons, whereas discipline weighs ounces. Also, once you have got into the habit and you do have that discipline and that consistency of doing what you need to do to move towards achieving your goal, and if your goal is, say, to change careers, part of that is developing yourself. And developing yourself can be very exciting, because that's where you're learning, you're growing. And we do experience happiness by learning and growing, because, as you know, progress equals happiness. If you feel like you're moving forward, you feel happy. If you feel stuck, then you feel unhappy. So it's important to have a plan and take action to continuously learn and grow and contribute, because that's what's going to bring you real happiness. That's really the key to a successful life. Doing something that's worthwhile and getting that fulfillment. It's not about getting things, because when you get something, you'll be happy, sure, for the moment, but then over time, you're going to forget about that thing, and you're going to wonder why you're not happy, and you're probably going to chase another thing because you think it's a matter of keep getting things to be happy. But really, that's a thing that leads you down the wrong path. the best way to get happy is to develop yourself and to give yourself to the world. And that's by learning, growing, and contributing. And that's what I'm all about. I'm about helping people. And that's why I have this channel. So one of my whys, why I want to do this video, why it's a must, because I feel fulfilled by doing these videos, because I believe that I'm helping people, inspiring people, and empowering people. I don't want power over people. I want to empower people so they can take charge of their life and career and improve it and go and do the same for others, and on it goes. That's really at the core of this channel. It's all about providing inspiration and empowerment to people so they can realize their potential, they can grow, realize their potential and bear fruit, and that fruit actually helps other people, and then those other people do the same, and on it goes. I think that's part of my purpose here. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Now, if you are feeling lost or directionless in your career and you're thinking of getting some help, that's actually something that I specialize in. I've created an online course called Profitable Career Launcher, which will help you get career clarity and therefore direction. I'll put a link in the description. I also do private one-on-one coaching, and you can apply for that through the link in the description. Well, thanks for listening to this video. I hope you got some value out of it. And if you're already subscribed to my channel, I want to thank you for your support and encouragement. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel and you're interested in this type of content or career-related content from someone that's got over 45 years of working experience, from employee to employer to business owner, who's a certified life and workplace coach and has spent the last 10 years coaching people on how to take charge of their life and career and improve it, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. You also want to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Now, if you got some value from this video or you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, because that helps the video reach and help other people. If you know someone that's feeling a bit stuck, unmotivated, disappointed in themselves because they're not doing what they should be doing, then please do share this video with them. I'm sure it'll help them or give them some ideas on what to do and how to tackle their procrastination problem. That'll be very good, and I'm sure that they'll thank you. Now, if you have any thoughts or questions, please type them below as I read every question and respond. Till next time, take care. Bye for now.